Hi everyone, my name is Bethany Borsma, and today's Good News Reflection for the Lakes Church is Hebrews 9 for this Tuesday, the 19th. We constantly in this house seem to be creating dirty dishes. We use them every day, and Trent and I often find ourselves saying to each other, I thought we just did the dishes. Why is this sink full of dishes again? In chapter 9 here, Paul lays out the forgiveness of sins based on the Old Testament, old order, versus what Christ gave us with finality in the new order. The first half of this chapter talks about the high priest and the tabernacle, and the high priest, they utilized the tabernacle for all of the daily worshipful and spiritual matters. But the high priest is the only one who entered the inner tabernacle with blood as a sacrifice to cover the sins of the people. And it was an ongoing process. It was a yearly thing, constant, needing to be cleansed. And it says here that this was a showing, that the Holy Spirit was showing that the way into the Most High Place had not yet been shown. So this was the old order. This was what the first covenant had for regulations in an earthly sanctuary. But when Christ came, it was no longer earthly. Starting in verse 11, it says, when Christ came as high priest of the good things that are already here, he went through the greater and more perfect tabernacle that's not man-made, that is to say, not a part of this creation. He did not enter by means of the blood of goats and calves, but he entered the most holy place once for all by his own blood, having obtained eternal redemption. This also then, if we go down to verse 15, says, for this reason Christ, the mediator of a new covenant, that those who are called may receive the promise, eternal inheritance, now that he has died as a ransom to set them free from the sins committed under the first covenant. Genuine forgiveness that doesn't require constant washing of dishes. It's once and clean and eternal. If we go back down to 24, then it says, for Christ did not enter a man-made sanctuary that was only a copy of the true one. He entered heaven itself, now to appear for us in God's presence. Nor did he enter heaven to offer himself again and again, the way the high priest enters the most holy place every year with blood that is not his own. Then Christ would have to suffer many times since the creation of the world. But now he has appeared once for all, at the end of the ages, to do away with sin by the sacrifice of himself. Just as man is destined to die once, and after that to face judgment, so Christ was sacrificed once to take away the sins of many people, and he will appear a second time, not to bear sin, but to bring salvation to those who are waiting for him. What an incredible gift to not need to strive constantly to cover our own sins, but to be washed and cleansed once through the gift that Christ gave, if we will but accept it.